Please.
Oh no,
no.
fuck me. Was that all in one go?
Yeah.
Fuck me. Oh, colossal fuck up.
We are Beyond All Reason, and you are listening to The Metal Therapy.
We started the band in 2000. It was just a few friends getting together that knew each other from school. I remember like the day we went round to Nick's house to ask him to join the band. We knocked on his front door and asked his mum if Nick was in. that was a funny day. It was like, "Hi Nick, do you want to join the band?"
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he wanted to join the band, so we've had to endure his bullshit for years. But yeah, we just started playing loads of local shows. Like all our friends used to come at the shows, and like all the guys in other local bands would always come at the shows. And it was like a really good atmosphere in our hometown York at the time. Loads of people used to come to the gigs, so it was always like really busy, really energetic, sweaty shows, and we'd always go for beers afterwards and have really sore necks in the morning and sore heads. It was cool.
The bang over.
Yeah, the bang over metal neck.
So 2003, we released our first EP, The Line We Draw Between, which I think we've sold out of eventually by now. Played a load of shows.
We were playing like 7-string guitars then, weren't we?
Yeah, so it's like super downtuned,
Really heavy.
metal. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was just like heavy
A lot
guitars.
of screaming vocals.
Yeah, with the like melodic singy choruses. That was sort of the sound. Right? We were all like, we had a lot of different influences that I think we all listened to. Well, I listened to like really heavy, like Sugar and all sorts of things. That was like my favourite thing. So yeah, we had just like these crazy downtuned guitars. Around about that time we got that show with Feeling for a Friend. They played at Fibbers, which is like our local venue, which is a bit of a famous venue really in York. Like a lot of the great bands have pretty much been through Fibbers. But yeah, we got the local support with them. That was when we met them, and we loved them, and it was just as they were starting like to make waves in the scene and get noticed. And they really took a shine to us as well, didn't they?
Yeah. And we became good mates, really.
Yeah. Kept in touch with them like after the show, and we went to see them at a few more shows. And they started finally like mentioning us to like the rock press and stuff, didn't they? In interviews and stuff. And that's when things pretty much started for us to sort of to pick up and take off. And people started sort of sitting up and taking notice and asking who's Beyond All Reason. So it was a pretty exciting time for us then. In 2004, we started playing a lot more higher profile shows with some bigger bands that would be like over touring from the States, and got a really cool tour, UK tour with Coed and Cambria, which was just such an awesome band at the time. They were definitely getting a lot of attention, weren't they, at the time in all the magazines.
It was kind of just before they got massive in the UK, so we were lucky to get on that tour.
It was absolutely amazing. We played 4 venues in the UK, 4 like really big venues. Well, for us they were big, weren't they? Like to a few thousand people each night.
And we were like first band on, there was still like 1,200 people, still like loving it.
It was so good. We had such a good time, and that was like our first real taste of like what it was like to be in like a sort of professional working band, wasn't it? Like actually like playing these awesome venues to awesome crowds, and just having to work hard and work on like talking to all the fans and selling t-shirts and CDs, and it was such a cool time. And that's when on that tour, that was the first time that Metal Hammer magazine actually like came to us, didn't it? Yeah, there was one of the girls that wrote for Metal Hammer actually. I remember storming in going, I've been trying to get hold of you guys. It's so cool. That was at Brighton, wasn't it? Concord at Brighton, and we went onto the beach down at Brighton. We did like some photos for him and did an interview, and it was just so cool. Not long after that, pretty much every other magazine followed suit. We were soon like chatting to Rock Sound and Kerrang and doing interviews and getting asked to like do tracks for their cover CDs and stuff.
So 2004, we've done like a shitload of touring. Decided it's time to start recording our first full-length album. Yeah. So I recorded 14 tracks in a little dingy shed.
I don't think we ever planned to do 14 tracks, did we?
No, just kind of. We were just recording, see what came out.
I remember like going to work with a few other engineers in studios around the country, but it never really worked out right, did it? I suppose we didn't really have any money at the time for recordings, did we?
No.
So it was really difficult, and it never quite sounded
how we wanted.
How we wanted, probably just because we didn't have the money to get the sound we wanted.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, we did it all ourselves in a little shed.
Dingy shed on a farm run by a mad old woman.
She was mad.
Who used to bray on the door, tell us to, well, all sorts.
Open that door.
Open the bloody fucking door. And then she'd go really nice and insane again.
Yeah, I think she was a little bit schizophrenic, but
And she had mental dogs.
it was interesting.
But yeah, in this little shed that really stink of donkey piss and had the biggest spiders I've ever seen. Huge learning process for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Recording ourselves. None of us had ever really done music production before, only recording like rough demos. So there was a lot of re-recording and learning involved, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But in the end, yeah, you know, for the time, it came out good, and that was one of the main things I think in all the reviews, wasn't it, of that album that people
Yeah,
used to
people
say
like
that
the production stuff. I mean, you listen to it now and you can tell how dated it is, really, but
Yeah.
at the time it was pretty bang on. So riding off the back of that album, we started to get more reviews, do more shows, until we kind of got noticed by Andy Copping, who books the Download Festival, and got invited to play there in 2007
Download.
at Download.
Famous Donington Park.
Yeah, and that was so cool. Like, we were hanging out backstage with our idols, like doing shots with like Rob Flynn
Rob
from
Flynn.
Machine Head, hanging out with like Crazy Vikings, Cherisas. People might have heard of them, but they're a really cool band.
Check out Cherisas.
Yeah.
We stayed the whole weekend, didn't we? 'Cause
Yeah.
we wanted to make a proper party of it. And were we on the second day or third day? I can't
Second
remember.
day.
Second day. So the day before, so the first day, we went to go look at the stage that we were going to be playing. Around about the same time that we were going to be on the next day, to get an idea of how busy it was going to be and what it was going to be like. And I think we saw about 100 people,
Yeah.
and that was it in front of the stage, and we were fully prepared
It was a
for the
big
next
stage as well, so it just looks like totally empty.
Yeah, it looked empty. It looked like a few people were just going in there to get some peace and quiet or something. Just chilling out.
Yeah.
People that had got lost,
Yeah.
trying to find the toilets or something. But yeah, it was. We were expecting that's what we were going to be playing to the next day. But on the day, absolutely awesome. I mean, even when we'd got all our gear ready at the stage on the day we were playing, there was still not many people in the tent. Got everything set up, and as we went out on the stage, there was about 5,000 people just cheering for us.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely epic. Definitely like one of the.
Highlight of a career.
Yeah, I'd say so. It was absolutely amazing. Just such a great feeling, especially when there was 30 Seconds to Mars were playing
Yeah.
on the second stage at the same time. So we thought that anyone who might be interested in us would probably just go and see them, but our tent was packed, absolutely packed. Couldn't get anyone else in, and we just played an absolutely awesome show.
Yeah, and then we came off stage and got wasted.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember hanging out?
Job done, guys.
Yeah, let's get wasted. Hanging out back of the tents. Manager calls us. Oh guys, you've got to come for this interview for, was it Metal Hammer or somebody? I don't know.
I think it was Metal Hammer TV, I think.
Metal Hammer TV. So get this phone call.
At the time, I'm sat on a deck chair
Wrapped in toilet roll.
with toilet roll, like tying me to the chair, holding on to an oversized can of beer,
Yeah.
having just eaten a noodle sandwich.
You were wasted. But that interview was pretty hilarious.
I don't really remember it. I remember we had to move a sofa.
Yeah.
That's all I remember. We're just laughing a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, such an awesome day. It was so cool to like hang out backstage with all these musicians that we like really respected and aspire to sort of be. Really, It was
Yeah.
just such an experience. Well, I'll definitely never forget. I think the track that really did a lot for us was definitely the Cross Pistols, wasn't it?
Yeah.
From the first full-length album. I remember writing that song. I remember just thinking, I don't know what to do with this song. And I just thought, I'm just going to do some Phil Anselmo vocals. And that was basically the idea behind it. Just like, I'm going to just sing really high note,
Yeah.
Pantera style.
Yeah.
And that was basically it. It's like, yeah, we've got a song. But yeah, that song definitely got a lot of interest in it.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody loved that song.
Well, we released it as a single, did a video for it, managed to get that on like some TV channels.
Oh, didn't we? Yeah, it was on Kerrang TV and Scuzz.
Yeah.
It did a lot for us. Got us a lot of interest, and still now. I mean, when we play shows, that is the one that
People
everybody wants. I think they're all just wanting to know if it's possible to hit those notes live. They're like,
Can you still do
I
it?
wonder if you can sing that note live. So shortly after Download Festival, wasn't it? That was when our drummer at the time sadly announced that he had to leave the band, which was pretty sad because I mean I'd been already playing in bands with him for about 12 years probably by
Yeah.
that time, really long time. It's always really worrying when you lose a drummer. 'Cause there are thousands of guitarists but no drummers, and then getting a good drummer as well is such a pain in the ass. But we were really lucky because we'd done so many shows with so many bands. We knew quite a few drummers, and a few people had contacted us that were out of bands, and one of those happened to be a drummer that we absolutely loved and used to just stare at gigs.
Yeah.
Who had just left his band that we used to go and watch all the time, and we were lucky enough to get Mark. Welcome, Mark.
Hello. Hey, Mark.
Yeah, we kind of bullied you into it once we found out you were available. So, sending you subliminal messages, trying to mess with your head.
I wanted to be in anyway, really.
We offered him beer.
Literally do
That's
anything
all
for
it
a
took.
beer.
We said there'll be beer and chicks, and he was
Sold.
in.
Where do I sign?
And I think when you joined, it definitely made a big difference to our sound. It opened up a different side to it. I suppose with drums being the backbone to a band, it was always going to really change the sort of direction, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we spent a few years after that, didn't we, doing more hundreds of shows,
Some loads of tours.
Yeah.
with
Pretty
more
big time.
Jägermeister and almost being thrown out of hotels by police who were convinced that we had 10 of us in a hotel room hiding behind shower curtains and in wardrobes.
There was just one asleep guitarist.
That's how rock and roll we actually were.
Very rock and roll. But yeah, it definitely made a big impact on the sound, and I think we even ended up just throwing out a lot of old material from that point just because we'd discovered sort of a new sound. That's when we really started thinking about album number 2, wasn't it, I suppose?
Yeah.
It's like time to do something new, something different, get some more music out there. And because we'd had quite a lot of interest, that was when we got the interest from the producers in Germany, wasn't it? Who'd got in touch with the management that we had at the time.
It just, it seemed like a good option for us at the time, as we'd had this interest. The guys in Germany were offering to pay for us to fly out there and record an album.
Yeah.
Because they loved us, they loved the sound so much, so that was really cool to have someone having your back like that. So that's what we did, flew to Germany, went into some incredible studios.
Absolutely amazing studios. Probably some of the best studios
Yeah.
in Europe at least.
Yeah, they were incredible.
Absolutely amazing.
Did like Rammstein stuff. And
Oh yeah, God,
Yeah,
yeah.
Halloween.
Mariah Carey had recorded in the studio in Hamburg. Halloween,
Yeah.
Depeche
Guano
Mode.
Apes, yeah.
Yeah.
50 Cent, was that
50
made
Cent,
up?
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, with
What's
the
his
big
name?
boys.
Yngwie Malmsteen.
Rammstein,
Oh, sh-
I definitely didn't say that right.
yeah. No one knows how to say that.
Yeah. I
But
think
that was a super
that's
chill
real-
time. The studio was amazing. Basically, while one of us was recording, the others were just hanging out, going out in Hamburg, having a good time. It was really cool.
Drinking some awesome coffee.
Yeah, awesome coffee, awesome beer.
Far too much
Yeah.
coffee. It was a good time. And we worked with 2 different producers in the end, didn't we? Just
Yeah.
because it wasn't quite sounding how we wanted. And I mean, the guys over there were so accommodating. If it wasn't working out with one producer, they'd moved us to another studio, put us in with another producer, and we went through it again, started again. But I think about halfway through we realised that it maybe wasn't really working for us for the sound, didn't we? It was a bit of a downer because we'd already been there for a couple of years. It was just taking so long with us having to fly back home to go to work and go back out and do a 3-week session. But we had to make a decision in the end of the day, didn't we really? It was either going to be push forward with an album that we weren't going to be happy with the sound with.
It would have been an album that would only really have worked in Germany as well.
Yeah,
We wanted an album that
definitely.
would be appeal to everybody
Yeah.
everywhere.
I think
This was it was quite a European, German sounding.
Yeah, we lost the
Production.
sort of control of the sound too much, I think, which...
too scared to speak up. I think
Yeah.
that's a lesson learned is
So anyway, at
always
the end of it,
speak
we
your
just
mind.
kind of sacked that off, came back to England with the intention of doing it ourselves at home, which is what we've done. So,
Best decision ever.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, we've learned absolutely loads by doing it that way, again.
Getting control of the sound. And I think again the freedom kind of again just opened up doors for the sound of the music again, didn't it really?
We pretty much scrapped the best part of those albums we did in Germany and
Yeah.
rewrote other songs to
Yeah.
suit us what we wanted to do.
Exactly,
Yeah, we kept 1 or 2, didn't we, of the old ones, changed them up, freshened them up to sort of fit in better with the new songs, wrote a few new sons which probably the standout ones now as well, I think the latest ones.
Yeah.
And yeah, just putting all our sort of latest influences, which is slightly a bit more progressive, isn't it, I suppose? But still keeping that core root of catchy melodies, nothing too shouty when it's needed. Yeah, I mean, we've all got such varied influences, haven't we? I mean, it's like bands like Tesseract and sort of been a big influence on definitely the rhythm section of the band, wasn't it? I think that's kind of what's driven us to do something a bit more experimental, a bit more progressive with the music. I think that coupled with like the poppy edge of just rock guitars and rock melodies has just sort of shaped it into this definitive Beyond All Reason sound, really, hasn't it? That I really think is just our key.
Or with a big hooky chorus.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we basically got our shit together and released the album back end of last year,
Yep.
which we haven't really pushed as much as we'd like to yet.
We just had to release it for the fans, didn't we?
Yeah.
You know,
It was time to
ideally, it would be
release.
better to release it and do promo straight away, but there were fans waiting, and we just decided it's finished now.
Yeah, get it
Let's
out.
just put it out there now.
Yeah.
But
So
this
I think
year
this
is-
year we're going to put some more promo behind it,
Yeah.
get some more press reviews and
Film a couple of videos,
release a couple of videos,
do a couple
yeah.
of singles off it,
Yeah.
Get
and
out
some
and
shows.
play again.
Yeah, great. It's
So
gonna be
we'll
cool.
start booking a load of tours ASAP really.
Get out on the road and do some rock shows. Thanks for listening to us. Go check us out online on our Facebook page
Beyond All Reason Rock.
and our YouTube channel, Beyond All Reason TV. We've got some cool videos on there. You can see all our music videos and videos of us dicking around and tour and yeah. We hope you enjoy the tunes. Thanks for listening.
Cheers guys.
Bye.